marriage is not necessarily when the perfect couple comes together, but sometimes it is when the imperfect couple comes together to understand and learn to enjoy their differences. Yet, divorce still finds itself to set in. It sometimes baffles when couples who once exchanged vows and in some few years, they want to file for divorce. This is a topic that needs to be addressed. And so today on the Secret Diaries, we are dealing with divorce. And we have a special guest by the name, Madam Fuseina Mohammed Muniru, who is a judiciary by profession. And she's here to tell us and share her point of view when it comes to divorce. And then also I have with me the Prophet Wilson Linford. He is somehow acting as my co-host, and my name is Lady Glow. This is a conversation that is going to be interesting, and so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Man of God, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I know you would want to say something about our special guest today.
Yeah, I've known her for some time, and her good works, and in the field that she's in, I decided to bring her to this platform. The Bible says, deep calleth to the deep. And the Bible says, lack of knowledge, my people will perish. So today, she's here to give us an insight concerning the knowledge of this whole concept of divorce. She has been doing so well, and I really appreciate her from a far distance. And as she's close, I'm so happy today for her to be on this platform to tell us and to educate us so that people can be aware on what to do and the measures for them to take for peace to prevail. This discussion, at the end of it, what we seek is peace and guidance.
Thank you so much, and Madam, you are once again welcome.
Thank you.
Myself, when I see women like you that have made it to the top, I really get inspired, and I must say that I am so much honored to have you just sitting right beside me to talk about this issue. And so yes, today we want to talk about divorce. I know that you being in the field of the judiciary, you may have encountered some cases pertaining to divorce. And so today we would want you to tell us something briefly. When we say divorce, what is it?
Divorce itself means separation. And divorce itself means when both parties are married and the marriage has reached an age that there is nothing either the other party can do, then the party has to run to seek for a divorce. So that is what divorce means.
Okay. So basically it is separation. And that separation comes where they see themselves that, no, we can't be together again. So we have to tear apart. That is where the divorce comes in.
For sure.
Right. So we would want to know, what are some of the causes that brings about this divorce?
The causes that normally bring about the divorce is when a party enters a marriage and that person has entered the marriage for a reason. That is one. The party has entered the marriage because he had seen something and he or she is going for that thing. The party is not going into the marriage to stay.
For something, yeah.
Yes, he wants something. That is why he's marrying the other party, because of self-interest. That is why.
Okay, so that is because of self-interest.
Yes. Somebody can also go into marriage, and in that marriage, the party is unhappy. Maybe a husband or the wife doesn't have time for her, and then there are a lot of misunderstanding. They don't understand each other. There's a problem, and that problem has persisted. The other party is fed up because other party thinks that along the line, they'll be able to patch things, and whatever differences they have, they'll be able to resolve it. But at the end of the day, the problem keep coming. So the other party is too fed up, because if it will change, at least it has happened once, twice, thrice, at least it shouldn't happen again. But still, the problem is coming after the other. So the person has to run to seek for his freedom.
Okay. So, man of God, you want to come in at this point?
Yeah. And she was talking about self-interest, actually.
Self-interest.
Yeah, and what she said, I really connect to what she's saying. And also, I want to add something to it. Emotional intelligence. Many people don't have emotional intelligence. Why am I saying that? You need to know, let me use the weather condition of a person. If you know the weather condition of a person, somebody will say that, what is this weather condition man of God is talking about? You know that when you step on the person's toes in this aspect, the person will what? Rise up against you. That means that weakness that you see, you need to what? Work on it for the person. And even if it's possible you can't even work on it, don't step at that place. You know that the person doesn't like to be teased. Why do you do it? You know that the person does not like some jokes. Why do you do it? And also, everybody came from a different background. So, when things like that happen, okay, one must be smart to have that emotional intelligence to know that this is how I need to live with this person. And how do you live with somebody? Every day I've been saying that in marriage, we need to be teachers. Nobody is boss. Nobody to see himself as, oh, I am on top. When we start seeing ourselves that way, okay, we can't understand ourselves. So, the man...
God, let me come in.
Okay,
right.
okay.
It is being said that two captains cannot be in one ship.
Right.
So at least one party should be sober so that everything between the couples will run smoothly.
Okay.
Because a marriage is a journey that you are going for life. Because it is being said that when you get married, either for better or for worse, you understand? It's a rough road. You will be traveling. In a part, it is smoothly. In some way, it's very tough. But you need to patch up and you need to move forward. So as we are saying to you, it's also good.
Yeah, so cut everything short concerning emotional intelligence. I want everybody to know that you need to mature in your emotions to connect with the person you want to be with. Because as you are walking in the journey, as mommy said, it's a journey. So definitely you will know the shortcomings of that partner. And also, the wound of one is the wound of all. If you reject somebody in his account of weakness, you reject the person's strength. After you've married to the person, now you say the person is not having that equal knowledge of you. It's also having a strength in something. So if we don't connect with this emotional intelligence, we can't swing together. So emotional intelligence is very important.
Emotional intelligence is very, very important. So just as our mom said that you need not to enter into a relationship or marriage with a reason of something. Don't have a reason for entering into marriage, because when you have a reason and that reason fails, then that is why you come in as, yes, I have to file for divorce and I have to file for divorce. So for you to prevent this, then don't have a reason. And the man of God also says that you need to be teachable. We came from different backgrounds, different families, ethnics and all that. So you have to teach the other person and the other person also has to teach you. By this, we are all learning in relationship. So I guess that was what you said.
That's
okay.
right.
So I would want to ask that which gender mostly file for divorce?
Mostly are the females.
Okay.
They run to file the divorce.
Oh, my ladies. Right.
The reason why I said it is the females, because most of the females, they endure. They endure the problems that our husbands are creating for us. Because in life, you meet a good husband, but you not meet a good wife to match you. Just as a good wife will not meet a good husband to match with.
Okay.
You meet your partner, and then that partner that you meet, maybe when you meet her, you met her with so many mistakes, and you are willing to accept her for who she is, or willing to accept him for who he is, then your duty is, so far as you have accepted her, whatever had happened or whatever she has done should be in the past. And whenever you have issue, don't take the past issue and add it to the present issue. You need to move forward. You need to teach her. You need to take her as a sister. And you need to be there for her so that this marriage will go afar.
Will be a successful marriage. So, Mom, just as you said that it is the woman that mostly initiates the divorce or file for divorce. And don't you think that there are some times whereby it is not necessarily the fault of the woman, but at the end of the day, it is the woman that has to come to initiate. But when you should track the problem, you'll get to know that the problem is not actually from the woman. Yes, it is the woman that came to initiate the divorce.
That is true. When you come to file your own cases, it is the judge who will listen to both parties' issue. At times, the petitioner will come with a story saying that my husband has slept with my sister, or my husband has an affair with my maid, or my husband has an affair with my friend. You understand? And due to his attitude, I can no longer be expected to live with him. The court doesn't hear the petitioner alone. The court also listens to the story of the other party, which is the respondent. So both parties file their cases, put their cases before the judge. And sometimes the judge looks at the cases and then seeing that this is an issue, when an ADR interfere, they can be able to settle the matter. Then the media judge will transfer the case to a mediator who is connected to the courts. The both parties will sit with the mediator and then voice out all their problem on the table for the mediator. Then the mediator will come in after listening to both parties. He'll also share his experience with them, and then he will also teach them a little and ask them to be patient in the marriage. And finally, at the end of the day, the mediator can be able to resolve the issue between the petitioner and the respondent. And the report will come back to court saying that that issue has been settled.
Okay, so man of God, that was a brief one she's given to us. So you as a man of God, I believe that because you are a man of God and a prophet, people do come to you for counseling, or some cases, relationship or marriages, challenges and all that. People bring their cases to you. Mom is saying that mostly it is the woman that initiates, and sometimes when you go into it, you get to know that it is the fault of the man. To you, which gender really initiates the divorce?
For divorce, actually, it's not a kind of gender. In my viewpoint as a man of God, everything that happens is orchestrated spiritually. Okay? Because the devil does not like peace. 1 conquer 1,000, 2 conquer 2,000. And that promise, the devil does not want it to come to pass. So, as a man of God, when two people come to me, or when the very person that has the issue come to me, I don't need to stand in the interest of what? One, no matter how the situation is, mine is that peace must prevail. So whatever knowledge I will give to both parties for them to connect together, I will do it. The man will come very nice to talk about. Everybody that comes nice to you will have something interesting to say. Okay, so I will not peg into one mode of conversation and say this is what the woman did and you are wrong in doing that. No matter how both come, mine is that I need to bring peace, because the right knowledge of God settles for peace. If you're a man of God and you have the right knowledge of God, you have the power to settle peace. You don't need to bring division. In heaven, okay, there's no going to be marriage. And the reason why I said that was because in heaven, we are not going to evangelize. The purpose for evangelism on earth is to win souls to heaven. Okay, So, marriage also is one of the force that can bring a lot of souls to heaven. So, whatever thing I need to do as a man of God for people to have peace in their marriage, I need to do it. And I don't need to be in the interest of one person and leave another.
Okay, so I love the point you're making, and just as Mom also said that they bring it to the mediator, and the mediator judges everything.
Right.
The mediator solves and do all that. So the man of God is also saying likewise that when you are a man of God, you stand in between the two parties. You don't be in favor of one and the other side. So you have to bring peace, and that is what Mom also said to us. So moving forward, what permits or under what permission will someone get the right to stand on to get divorced?
I'll use myself as an example so that I'll explain and then people will understand. You get married to somebody. That person that you got married to him, maybe he married you because he has seen you have a bungalow. You have a huge bank account. You have everything. His intention is to come and marry me and enjoy my facility, enjoy my bank account, drive my car. But the word love does not exist between I and that person. So if the person comes at the beginning, the person will treat you to an extent that you think that he is the perfect man for you. But no. As I already told you, that some people go into the marriage with intention, reason. So the reason I'm saying this, I want people out there to understand that it is not anything that you see on the road that you think this is good for me. So after a person will come and stay with you, and then the person will live with you, before you realize behind your back, the person has closed all your bank accounts, has transferred whatever you have to his accounts. Your cars, he has changed the name to his name. And then after he has taken everything, then he will come back and tell you, you are not fit for him. Another woman is fit for him. So he's no more interested in you. At the end of the day, he has destroyed you. Because what he came for, he has achieved it. You understand? The people run to court for divorce. Most of the people, they don't want it. But when problem persisted and it has reached to a certain stage that you cannot do anything, that is when you run to seek for your freedom.
Okay, so just as you're saying that when the problems become so much that you can't do anything about it.
Yes, even family members have come in. Church members, pastors have come in. Yet, there's nothing they can do.
So what are some of...
rush, take your freedom.
Okay. So what are some of the critical conditions that someone has to stand on as basis to file for a divorce?
The basic reason for somebody to file for a divorce is, one, I married a husband, the husband has been beating me. And I've reported him to the police and the family member. Yes, still, he's being advised, but still, he's doing it. It is in a case that your wife doesn't take care of your home, doesn't manage your home. If I said manage your home, she doesn't have time. She's a high-time woman. When you go to work, she goes to town. She moves with female friend and male friend. And she has a relationship outside the marriage. That is when this man have to rush to seek for a divorce. You understand?
Okay.
So it is part of, let's say, adultery leads to divorce.
But Mom, let me ask this question, because if this is a major basis for someone to stand on to file for divorce, then I can say that people are just going to divorce plenty.
Yes, if when you are coming in to file your divorce, you don't go to court and open your mouth and say, my husband has been beating me. My husband has been sleeping with my maid, as I said. Or my husband has been sleeping with my sister. You don't come and say that to the courts. All that the court wanted is evidence. You have a picture showing that your husband is on top of your sister. You have a picture that shows that your husband is naked, another woman is naked, they are on bed. You have evidence. That is why it is being said in the law that he who comes with equity must come with clean hand.
Okay.
If you have a case to file before the courts, then when you come to courts, don't stack your hand with mud and come to court. Or don't be dirty and come to court. When you know I am at fault, I am the problem of this marriage, I am the one who has created it, then you also run to the court and say good things when the other party has evidence of the evil things that you have done. That is why I said he who comes with equity must come with clean hand.
Okay.
That is how it is.
So, if I understand what you're saying, that is, you can stand on adultery.
Yes.
And not only adultery, when you come with evidence.
Yes, the man is beating you. Today he will beat you, slap you, and then maybe he will wound you. And then he will come back with his family or a friend to come and plead with you, thinking that they also talk to him that he will stop. Another time, a little misunderstanding between you, he will do more than what he did the previous time. So with that, you have to run for your life.
Right.
So that
you just
is very
have to
important.
run for your life.
Yes.
So the basis or the foundation in which you can be able to stand and file for your divorce is when one person commits adultery. And just not that, you have to come with evidence before your case can actually be addressed. Man of God, you would want to come in here because I believe that this also has a spiritual side and a biblical side. She's saying that you can stand on the foundation of adultery. The Bible even says that when you meet your partner and then your partner is cheating and you see it, you can stand on it to, divorce your partner. What will you say about it?
I will swing into character from the onset. You see, she gave an illustration and I took something out of it. In life, all that glitters
It's not gold.
is not gold.
It's true.
All that glitters is not gold. It is character. There's a saying that goes that beauty will take you, but character will bring you
For sure.
So, as a man or a woman, as you're in the journey, and I love what she said, it's a journey. So, in the journey, you need to have that discernment. You need to have that open eye, have the foresight that this person that I'm working with, I don't want to enter into a section of divorce, or I don't want to be threatened. So immediately, when the person starts showing some traces of trait of characters, as you are growing in love, you begin to know the nature of the person's character, so that you know how to position yourself when you know that you are ripe for marriage. Because if you can discern in the now, you will not have that divorce as an issue. So men and women must have the right discernment. And this time, people shouldn't fall in love. They should grow and have knowledge in love, so that everything within marriage will go well as it must be.
So that everything will go well as it has been. So we've been actually talking about divorces and some causes and also what goes into it and the legal right, the premise that you can stand on to file for divorce. Some are adultery, not just adultery, but when you have evidence in adultery. And I know that maybe, just maybe, you are a victim of divorce, or you might know someone who is going through the issue or the challenges of divorce. We are going to talk about how we can minimize or eradicate divorces so that you can have a successful marriage. And so, Mom, we would want to go into the solution. We actually need solution because looking at the rate of divorce, it is becoming more and more and more. And I don't think society even appreciates it. Family are not appreciating the concept of divorce. So how then can we minimize or eradicate divorce?
You see, both the male and female, when they get married, most of the time, they like each other. They engage themselves into relationship, and then they ended up getting married. The issue is, both parties, one has to be sober. You have to be respectful to whoever you married. Because no matter what, he is the head. You cannot be the head. The man is the head of the family. You can't be the head. So I think it is a matter of patience. If you have a husband and your husband is doing something which is not good, you don't fight with him at the spot. You will wake him up in the night and then trash the issue with him. Right. If it is a person who has a good mind, will sleep over it and realize that, yes, my wife loves me. If she doesn't love me, she wouldn't have wake up at this time to tell me the problem she's having with me. So I need to change so that my home, I can be happy. She can also be happy in her home. All these problems that the marriage couple are running to court to file divorces, it's a matter of understanding and being patient to each other. And then going into the marriage, you understand, with a good intention that if I am with my husband, it should be my husband alone. And now whatever is going to happen in my house, or whatever has happened in my house when my husband was not present, when he comes, you need to discuss it with him so that at least the journey of the marriage will go smoothly on the parts that you both agree to go. So that is how it's
I love the point you made that the man is the head.
Yes.
And ladies should get that. Because, you know, some people say that some women are very bossy and they think that they have this, they have that, so they should at least rule in the family, but not knowing that these are the points that causes divorce, because the man will always be a man. That's but right. A woman, you have to submit. And just as you said, that they have to be respectful.
Yes.
And have patience.
Yes.
And know the times to communicate.
Yes.
You should know the time to communicate.
Yes.
And I don't think that when a man is very angry and you present your case to him, he will get a good solution for you. But you have to know the times. Just as you mentioned,
yes.
that when he's asleep, you can just wake him up and then present your case to him. So the times in communication is really key in minimizing divorce. Thank you so much. Man of God, you want to come in?
Yeah, what I want people also to know and have knowledge of, there's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Now, in the journey of the relationship, you find somebody, as I said, you need to examine the person very, very well. For example, I love this person. And this is me, okay? Not having that emotional intelligence, as I said. I beat you up. We are not married though. We are not even married. I'm even throwing beatings on you. Then the next thing that I come and do is, I'm sorry. We work things out. Then I do it again. This time I brought flour. I do it again. Then I bought honey. I'm so sorry, babe. You know, this is a promise I'm doing to you. I'm not going to touch you again. For that reason, you know, I not just come like that. I bought you a car for you to know that I truly love you. After that, the man do it again. Then there's a woman that will go out with her friends and say, when my husband or when my boyfriend, name is my boyfriend, or I'm going to tie in boyfriend and husband. When my boyfriend does hurt me, for him to prove his love, he buy me this. And you have bruises on you. You went to the hospital, you have a mark on your head. You are telling your friends that that is a relationship you are in. No. I would like to be in a journey with a man. If I'm a woman, I would like to be with a journey with a man that have empathy. When I talk about empathy is a journey of life that if you are having a situation, I'm in that situation to help you through it. Empathy. Every man or woman must have the empathy.
Okay.
And I repeat again, empathy is when there's a situation immediately and let it go. What you've told me I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to do everything possible to help you through it. I don't care the expenses. I'm going to help you through it. That is empathy. But many people, after they are told a situation, they know the solution, but they'll wait for it to get to a crashing point of it, and they'll come and show sympathy at the end when you are lying down, whilst they needed immediate to show empathy to you. So I would like men and women to also know that if they are working in a general relationship, they need to stick to people, not even relationship at all, friends, when you need them in the critical stage of your life. Oh,
no one comes around.
Oh, I was so busy. Something hit me here and there, but it has happened already. I'm so sorry. You know that the person could have helped you.
Okay.
Because the person was not having empathy.
Right.
So we need empathy. We need people who have the heart of empathy to connect with.
Okay.
If we get those kind of people, not even only that, compassion. When we can get all the threads set, we are good to go. There's not going to be divorce.
And I believe that. All right, so Mommy can come in.
What I also want to chip in is that, you see, marriage is not a joke. Marriage is not a joke because look at our mothers and our fathers. They were able to stick with our fathers and have their full set of family with one man without running from another place. They have faced, it's not they haven't faced a problem in their marriage. They face a lot that if they sit with us and tell us, we'll be surprised. But they were able to stick to this marriage and had 8 children, 9 children, 7 children, 6 children with the same man. And because of their patience, today they are far. Where they have reached today, if it is not because of their husbands, it's because of the patience that they had. And today they are benefiting from their children who are now far ahead in life and they are making life beautiful to them. Today, a woman who has been patient and have stayed with her husband, a son has bought her a house at East Legon. Wow. Her birthday, the second child has bought her a car.
What a
wonderful woman or a wonderful man. A wonderful woman of God and a wonderful man of God will never cheat a woman, and a wonderful woman of God will also never cheat a man. So we need to be patient in our marriages, to be patient with everything, so that at the end of the day, through our patience, we'll also achieve.
That was great. That was great one there. And still emphasizing on patience. That is, when you have patience, it's really going to take you far in your marriage and in your relationship, and there is not going to be divorce. Someone might be watching us now and would be thinking, okay, you're telling us how, let me say, the causes and the stands for you to file for divorce, but I myself, I have divorced. So someone is watching and would want to know, is there any possibility or chance whereby the person can reunite with a partner?
As I told you, when you file for a divorce, maybe the problem has reached to a stage that no matter what, you cannot come back. Where the problem has reached, family members are aware. Either the fault is from the woman or the fault is from the man. Will you think that so far as the fault is from me, I'm the one who created the mess, I'm the one who created the adultery, will that guy, my husband's family, will they allow me to live with him again or to remarry him again? It will not be possible. Sometimes when certain things reach at a certain point, you let it lie there so that we move forward. So if you think there is a solution to it, why do you rush to file for that divorce? And if you think at that time you can settle the issue, why did you wait? You separated for a decade and now you want to come back. What did you see for you to come back? So there are reasons.
Okay, let me come in here. Okay, like let me say that someone, and Mom, you can attest to the fact that there are some people that when they get angry, they make instant decisions.
For sure.
And let's say that someone was angry at that very point in time, and so they made a decision of divorcing.
If I didn't cut, if somebody has made a harsh decision, as at that point. You don't need to support him in making his decision. You have to raise up your hand and make objection. And then let the people know that if my husband is annoyed or if my wife is annoyed, she doesn't listen. So it takes time. So I want all of you to give her time and give us opportunity for me to approach her or to send somebody whom there is respect between them, so that if the person will intervene on my behalf and sit with her and talk to her or talk to him and settle the issue.
Okay.
You understand? So whoever you are married, you should know the kind of man you are staying with, or you are the kind of man that you claim is your husband. You should know each other. You cannot jump into the marriage. I meet a man today and rush and then marry the man just like that when I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's an alcoholic, I don't know. He takes drugs, I don't know. He's a criminal, I don't know. He's a fraudster, I don't know. You need to know him. That is why it's being said, for better and for worse. So you should know him and should know the kind of person you are marrying.
Okay, so right now I am focusing on the reunion. Maybe someone out there might be watching and the person has divorced and would want to reunite. Is there any possibility for such a person to come back, for them to reunite with their partners?
We are not perfect, okay? We are not perfect, but it can happen if only the emotional intelligence is being worked in. The reason why I'm still talking about this emotional intelligence is that, okay, I've married maybe Amma, okay? She has some weakness. Now, I love her. If you don't understand the weakness, you can't be with her. And that weakness is there for you to help her out of it.
But how do you help her out of it?
Okay.
That is why I chipped in and said that if you have a problem, both parties share it in the middle of the night. When everything is cool, wake him or wake her up, then discuss the issue. I love you very much, but maybe the beatings, maybe the attitude,
the insults,
maybe the insult in public, maybe the way you treat me has made my love to run away from you. And I'm not happy living with you. And that because of that, maybe my intention is to pack my belongings and move out of the marriage. If the man really loves you, either he'll sleep with it. In the morning, maybe he goes to the office, he shares it with my friend. Hey, my wife, she wake me up. This is what she said. A sensible friend will tell him that, hey, then your wife is good. Oh. As for my wife, when I insult her, she will insult me. Or my husband, anything, even if I tell him not to slap me, within 5 minutes, then this time he'll slap me thrice or twice. So I think what she's saying, please change so that you'll be happy in your house, or she will also be happy. Because the woman really loves you. If she doesn't love you, she will not wake you at this time of the night and say all those things. Sometimes friends are also influenced in our marriage.
Absolutely, yes. Friends sometimes influence our marriage. But Mom, you being in the courts or judiciary, profession, has there not been any instance whereby someone filed for a divorce and the person wants to reunite? Has there not been any such case?
Believe me, it is. Sometimes the person will file.
So it means it is possible?
Yes, very possible. The person will file the issue. That is why I also said that sometimes the person can file. If you know the kind of husband you have, as I already said, that your husband is somebody with a bad temper, and whenever you misbehave, he will make his decision at that point. So if you know that this is the kind of, and the person who was annoyed and he has made a bad decision, you the wife, you know that when somebody intervenes, he will forgive you. Okay. Then you have to put an objection to whatever process he's bringing, and then tell them the truth that I am the one who created the mess. Be honest. One thing in marriage, we need to be honest in our marriage. I'm the one who created this mess. So I'm coming to you on my behalf, plead with my husband, because I have children with him. With the children, I can't go and marry someone else. Whatever mistake I made, I have to amend it so that he will forgive me and then life will go on.
Okay.
So the person will intervene, Asimesi or this person, your wife came to me, she said she did something bad. I know you respect me a lot, so on her behalf, I'm on my knees begging you, whatever she has done, please forgive her. Then as a respectful human being, then you tell the man that I left this issue because I have a lot of respect for you. And I left it because of you. Because of you. So a good friend should always intervene to his friend when there is a problem. And the person, as Pastor said, that you shouldn't judge. You should be the one to settle the differences.
So absolutely, forgiveness is in there, and being truthful and honesty.
Yes.
And you should know how to apologize to your partner.
Yes. And one thing too, we need in our marriage along the line, we need to know, to learn how to say sorry.
Yeah.
Even if it's not in a marriage, in poor, when you offend somebody, please, the word sorry doesn't kill. The word sorry creates something good and creates freedom. Even if the person have done something to you to the extent that you hate him, you don't want to see him. But the moment the person comes back and realizes that, what I did was bad, please, I came to apologize. Please forgive me. Even if the person have intention of maybe destroying you or returning the evil that you did to him because of the way you came back and pleaded, then you have broken that spirit which is in him, that he has prepared to return to you. The word sorry is a medicine. So in our marriages, we need to learn our mistakes, and then we need to apologize and say sorry to the person that we hurt. It's also very important.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I really appreciate the point that you made, and you said sorry is a medicine.
Yes.
It's indeed a medicine. So please, you would want to give us your final word.
Okay, all that I'll tell people out there, those who are married and those who are not married, that when you meet somebody and then you go into relationship with him, as the pastor said, along the line, the person will slap you, come with a flower. The person will hit you with a metal. They'll send you to hospital and there's a mark. The person will come with a car key. Ask yourself, we've just started outside the marriage. This is what you have started. Then in the night, you can stab me with a knife. So it means my life is at risk in your hand. Then you need to advise yourself and stay away from him. You understand? Then it's not a good husband for you to marry. A young woman who meets somebody and rush into marriage, the person will come to talk to you. Oh, as for me, I have this. When you marry me, my family are in abroad. I'll send you abroad. Then the person will marry you. At the end of the day, the promises that you made, then you should realize that, or he realized that it's a lie. Now, she'll come back home and she's no more interested in the marriage. So please, we need to be patient and we need to study the person we are getting married to. And then for me, my advice too is that, when you get somebody, you sit, let a pastor counsel you about the marriage, and then understand each other. Build a foundation between the man or the woman you are marrying before you go to the altar and say, I do. Because I do is your life. So accept the I do when you think the person is the appropriate person for you. And you who is marrying him, you should help him in life. You don't have to stay in the house for him to go to work, feed your children, pay your children's school fees. No, you need to do something. Or you need to talk to him to give you a little capital. So that if today my husband can afford 20, tomorrow he doesn't have the 20, I can be able to fill in. You understand? To come in and then also put the 20 and then make our house beautiful.
Right.
So as marriage, we need a lot of advice. We need to educate each other with marriage issues.
Right.
So that most of the marriage, people will listen and they will learn what is happening in the marriage. It's all about patience.
It's all about patience. One of God, your last words before we go.
It's a blessing to have mommy on board to share and to educate each and everybody. And I'm so happy today to learn and to have knowledge concerning all what we've spoken about concerning divorce. And I want to say that this program is really open up for each and every profession. If you're a doctor, we need you. If you're a lawyer, we need you. If you're a banker, we need you. The reason why we need you is for us to gain knowledge concerning our day-to-day life, so that everything in our life can be what? Good. For us to have peace within ourselves. So, all what I want to say concerning this content is that let's build love together. And to appreciate who we are, the wound of one is the wound of all. If you reject somebody in his account of weakness, you reject the person's strength. God bless you.
God bless you too, man of God. And thank you so much, Mom, for coming.
You're welcome.
We really
appreciate.
Oh.
Thank you.
We also do appreciate you. I mean, your presence is a whole.
Thank you.
And we are so much grateful to have you. And I believe that we'll have you once again. All right, so this has been our topic that is dealing with divorce. And today we have learned a lot. And if you think that there is no chance of reuniting with your partner as a divorcee, our mom and our pastor have shared so many secrets from their opinions and from their perspective on how you can reunite and how you can get your partner and join with him and get a successful marriage. And so, yes, this has been Secret Diaries, and we are so much grateful for you tuning in. And if you are out there and you think that you can also come here on this platform to come and share your secrets of success or what made you who you are, kindly contact the numbers on your screen and we will be grateful to have you here on this platform. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will come your way some other time. Until then, stay safe and stay blessed.